Corey drums from Ike.
Yeah,
Right now you listening to a flawless track.
GKJ. Yeah. Check me out, look. Boy, I got to get up in order to get down. Got to grow up in order to get down. Got to get up just to get down. Just to get down. Just to get down. Now I got to wise up in order to get down. Got to grow up in order to get down. Got to get up.
What up, man? It's your boy. Back in this joint. Just gonna go ahead and jump into this thing. I'm on a very interesting journey. And on this journey, like, I'm a very big advocate of happiness now. And that's what this video is about. Just happiness, yo. Like, here recently, man, like, so much has gone on to where I sat down and I had a conversation with myself and I was like, okay, these are the lessons I'm gonna learn this year. This is what I'm gonna deal with this year. Like, getting old can suck sometimes, but like with age comes wisdom. And you know what I'm saying? I was able to, you know what I'm saying, sit down and process some of the stuff that was going on and some of the stuff that I seen coming. And you know what I'm saying, man? It was just like, yo, it's time to be happy again. So, hey, I left my motherfucking job. I hated being there. I was miserable. Like, I went in there, it's like, yo, I had been there 5.5 years. I ain't gonna flex. Right before the beginning of the year, I thought I had everything figured out. I was like, okay, I hate this fucking job, but the money is good enough to where I'll thug this bullshit out until, because my money started getting to where I wanted it to be for some of the things I wanted to do. I was like, I'll thug this shit out until I get my money where I want it to be, because it should be where I want it to be by the end of 2020. Then I'll do one thing, and then I'll thug it out for a little bit more of the money, and then I'll start my next venture, then I'll leave that bitch. All the while, I'm completely miserable in there. I don't get to spend time with my family, don't get to spend time with no friends. I'm making a lot of money or whatever, but at this point, I can't even buy no damn coochie because I have no time to get any. So I'm just pissed off, sexually frustrated. I don't get to see my family. I don't get to see my friends. I don't get to spend time with my son. But I'm getting a check. I'm missing out on everything. I'm missing out on life. Like, I left that job and then it felt like I got out of prison. Like, straight up, I felt like I got out of prison. I felt so light leaving that place. It felt like I was gonna float out of my car. And then, yo, like, I just got happy. I was like, well, damn, what you gonna do now? And then after I asked myself that, I just started answering. Like, I answered the question immediately. I'm like, I'm finna do this, I'm finna do that, I'm finna do this, I'm finna watch the Super Bowl this weekend, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that. Like, I just started naming off shit that I could potentially do now that I wasn't slaving. Like, it's crazy, man, because people out here, you know what I'm saying, you got people out here who just grind. They got their eye on this money. But at the same time, are you living? It's a difference between being alive and actually living, man. And like, a lot of people just out here existing. You existing for a payday. You existing for the check. You existing for whatever day that check hit your bank account. You be miserable as fuck the whole time. The only day you're happy is when you get paid. Ain't that sad? Ain't none of y'all thought about that? 2020, ain't nobody sat down and thought about, damn, the only time I'm happy is on payday. When your money hit your bank account, and then sometimes that's iffy because you might be pissed off if your check fucked up. So like, yo, why are we out here living like that? And then people are like, well, I got this, I got that. Like, check this out, man. You got to be humble and smart enough to live within your means. You can't be out here in these streets trying to live a life that you know you're not capable of living because you're trying to impress some people that you don't even know sometimes. Or you trying to press some people who might be going through some shit too, but they out here flexing for you as well. Like, just keep it a grand. Keep it a grand with yourself. Keep it 100 with where you are in your life, and you'll be a lot happier. Everybody is not gonna be rich. You feel me? Everybody's just not. So you know what I'm saying? Yo, you got to find your niche. You got to find your spot. You got to find your place. And you're gonna find your place a lot faster if you're happy, because you're clear-minded when you're happy. Check this out. Before I left that fucking job and started making a lot of the changes I'm beginning to make in my life, stepping out of my comfort zones, being less uptight, loosening up and shit. Before that shit, yo, I was able to keep track of every single second of my day. I was that anal about my time because I felt like I had none. I felt like I had absolutely no time to do shit, so I had to keep count of every single fucking second and minute. Like, yo, I would sit there and look at my phone when I got home from work and be like, okay, if I go to sleep at such and such time, I'll wake up at such and such time. I should be rested enough. I'll eat at such and such time, go to the gym at such and such time so I can get done at such and such time, and then be ready to come back here, possibly catch a power nap, possibly eat something, drink something, get dressed, shower, get dressed, go to work. Then once I got to work, I was able to keep counting every single fucking minute and second I was in there. What I had to do next. What I'm going to do at such and such minute. What I'm going to do at such and such minute. What I'm going to do at such and such hour. That is a fucking depressing fucking way to live. And I really suggest nobody live like that. If you're living like that, you need to change shit up. Now, I'm not going to knock people who enjoy working like that, because see, the thing about it is everybody out here in these streets is different. Everybody's happiness is something different. There's some people who they get life from working, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gives them life to go to work and do that stuff. Like, they enjoy their jobs that much to where it gives them life to work like that all the time. And for people like that, hey, that's cool. That's okay. That is all right. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not coming for any of y'all. I'm just saying in general, yo, everybody is different, so everybody needs to figure out what makes them happy. Some people are not happy working like that. Some people are fucking miserable at the place that they're at, but they're trapped because they believe that they can't go out here and get other things. Let me tell y'all something. Stop listening to the fucking news. There is plenty of money out here to be made. You know why? Because you still got these same fucking people out here making it. Like, yo, if there was no money out here to be made, Jay-Z wouldn't be no billionaire. The NFL wouldn't exist. The NBA wouldn't exist. Do y'all understand how much money the NFL makes? The game of football? You know what I'm saying? And y'all really out here thinking there's no money to be made out here in these streets. There is. You just got to find it. You got to get out of your comfort zone. Hell, you might have to leave home. And that's okay too, because when you leave home, you grow, you learn, you experience new things, you experience new cultures, you see new shit. That's a part of life. That's the point of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand locking yourself in a box and staying in one corner. The world is a very big place. And you will do yourself a huge favor if you get out there and see it, as opposed to trying to see it through somebody's Instagram or through the news. Because you're not going to see everything that you're supposed to see or that you need to see. You're not going to talk to the people that you're supposed to talk to. You're not going to interact with the people you're supposed to interact with, man. You're going to miss out on a lot of shit. You're going to get someone else's perspective of the world instead of your own. So that's why I'm saying, man, chase your happiness. Whatever makes you happy, you need to pursue that. You guys, you know what I'm saying? Yo, after I left that job, I just sat there and started talking with other people who I knew who also wasn't working there no more, but we were still friends. And they was just telling me about how, you know what I'm saying, how much better they felt, what they were up to. And like two in particular, I sat down with two of them in particular, and we was just talking about what they had going on since leaving the spot. One of them was talking about, yeah, man, I done started doing this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? It's my passion. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy about it. But in the midst of that conversation, he was talking about going back to the place that we just left. And I said, dog, don't do that. You hated it there. I said, let me ask you a question. I said, dog, every day you went to work, were you happy to be there, or were you just putting up with that shit till payday? And he never thought about it like that. He was like, damn, dog, you right. He said, I fucking hated being there, but I was just looking forward to payday every day. That's it. So I said, dog, what you're pursuing now, that shit makes you so happy. Just pursue that. And the money will come. That's the thing, man. When you pursue what you're happy about, what you're passionate about, what gives you life, the money will come, man. I'm telling you, God, the universe, energy, whatever you choose to believe in, it will align you with that if you just chase it, man. But you gotta chase it. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna suck. There's gonna be times when shit get real hard and you gonna wanna break and go back to something just because you know it's comfortable. Don't do that. It's always the worst right before the breakthrough. It's always the worst right before the breakthrough. Always. Thug that shit out and push through it, man, because I'm telling you, you'll be a lot happier. You'll actually live life. That's what we're supposed to be out here doing. We're supposed to be out here living, man, not just existing. Control the money. Don't let the money control you. Live within your means. Stop trapping yourself in these jobs and these situations where you have to hold on to something that is killing you slowly every day just so, you know what I'm saying, you can get a check so you can maintain the money that you're not even getting to spend or enjoy. You ain't even getting it to enjoy it. All you doing is taking it and spending it on bills. That's all you doing. You can't take none of that shit with you when you go. None of it. Yeah, you can leave it behind for your family and shit, but shit, what family? You don't even fuck with them. You don't talk to them. You don't see, hell, shit. Some of y'all ain't even got a chance to build a family because you too busy slaving at a place that you don't even want to be. So like I said, yo, chase the happiness, man. If you with somebody that fucking makes you miserable, sad, or depressed, leave them. It's 7 billion plus people on this earth. There is someone out there for you. Trust me. It sucks to start over. I get it. It's easy to just be comfortable and shit. But I'm telling you, man, that comfort, no. That comfort ain't where it's at. That ain't it. That ain't the end game. Focus on your happiness. What makes you happy? Yeah, Lo, I am so happy right now that the other day, like, you know how I told y'all about I keep track of every single second of my day back when I was still miserable as fuck, right? The other day, I was so damn happy during the day that I forgot what I did that day. I just enjoyed the day. Whatever happened that day happened. I just cruised through the motherfucking day and completely forgot. Completely forgot about what I did that day because I was just that good of a fucking mental space. And then it's crazy because then I think back on the past 3.5 years I was at that job out of the 5.5 I was there. And I lost so much track of time because all I did was work. Like, it was fucking crazy. I'm just sitting there thinking about shit I did. And I'm like, damn, I thought that shit was last year. That shit was 2 years ago. Damn, I thought that was last year. That shit was 3 years ago. Damn, I thought that was just the other day. But that shit was last year. Like, what the fuck? Like, I've been sitting here working my ass off like a fucking dog and I have missed out on life. Like, yo, I just got caught up on Insecure. I just started watching Insecure. Like, niggas been on that shit. And I'm just now watching it in 2020 and getting caught up. I'm just now getting caught up on all this bullshit that I should have been seeing like everybody else. But instead I decided to work like a fucking Hebrew slave, and Pharaoh found out I was related to Moses, so he worked me twice as hard. So check this out, man. Chase your happiness. Straight up. Chase your happiness. Be you. Because I'm telling you, you'll be a lot happier being you than you will being someone else. It's a lot of work to be someone else. It's a lot of work to be false. You got to keep up the facade. You got to keep up the lies. If you just tell the truth will set you free. If you live in your truth, a motherfucker can never use it against you because you're like, okay, everybody know that shit already because I keep it 100. I keep it 1,000. Oh, you lick ass. Oh. Yeah, bitch, I know I lick ass because niggas, I told all y'all niggas I lick ass. That's just an example. I don't really lick ass. I'm just saying. But live your truth. Be you. Be comfortable with yourself to where you are your own vibe. You don't need anybody else. You don't need anybody's energy. You feel me? Be happy. Chase your happiness, yo. Step out of your 2020 and beyond. Step out of your comfort zones. Come and tell you like this right here. And you know, it can sound cliche as it want to sound. When Kobe died and the way he went out with his daughter and everything and the other 7 victims, that shit showed me, like I told y'all in the other video, that showed me right there that I ain't got no time. I don't, yo. I'm 33 years old. Kobe was larger than life. The man, I'm talking about literally larger than life. That man affected people's lives that he never ever met. Like my name, he never ever heard of my name. Never. That man never even heard the two names I got, my first and my last name. He never heard them shits in the same damn sentence. But he impacted my life. That's what I'm saying. So for somebody like that to go that soon, man, my insignificant ass ain't got no time. So I'm not gonna waste it out here in these streets being sad, miserable, and hating what I do for a living. I'm just not. I'm smart enough to where I'll figure that shit out as I go. But I'm gonna tell you like this right here. I'm gonna be happy while I'm doing it. Point blank, period. And I hope and pray for that for you too. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Your happiness. How you feel. That what everybody else thinks, fuck them. Because at the end of the day, them motherfuckers are not gonna be on that deathbed with you when it's time for you to go. They're not gonna be 6 feet underground with you when it's time for you to go. And after they leave your funeral, they're gonna forget about you about a year or so later, depending on how heavy they fuck with you. So worry about you. What makes you happy? What you believe. Everybody is not the same. I don't know why everybody's on this kick about everybody supposed to be feeling the same and thinking the same and this, that, and the third. There's only certain shit that shit should apply to. Like racism, shit like that. Acceptance. Everybody should be on the same page and that accord when it comes to them things. Like respecting people who are LGBTQ, stuff like that. Gay marriage, folks that want to get married. Like, to be real with y'all, I don't give a fuck about gay marriage. You know why? Because that's their goddamn business. It's not mine. I don't understand why everybody out here in the fucking world feel like they just tell everybody what to fucking do. You feel me? Like, if it ain't hurt nobody, leave them fucking folks alone. Let them be happy. That shit kill me when people be wanting to fucking come down on black men because they date white women, or come down on black women because they date white men, and come down on anybody for dating inside their race. If a motherfucker make them happy, then goddamn it, shut your motherfucking mouth and let that damn person be happy. Because I'm going to tell you like this right here. It's hard to find somebody in this world that'll make you happy and hold you down 100%. So if you found that person and that person just happened to be a different skin tone than you, oh motherfucking well. You better sit your goddamn ass down and be thankful for what you got. Cause I'm telling you, it's a lot of folks out here wish they had somebody on their arm and they don't. So if you found someone that makes you genuinely happy from the tip of your toes all the way to the top of your head, you stick it out with that person. Fuck what everybody thinks. You do you. You make you happy. And that's all I got to say about that shit, man. Chase your happiness. Whatever make you happy, you chase that shit and you stay on that shit until you achieve it. And I promise you, like I said, it gets ugliest right before the breakthrough. So keep that in mind when you're going through the bullshit. You will get through this. This shit will pass. Mr. 100.